Hey guys! So I wanted to make this video today because a lot of people have been making some comments about the diet that I'm on. A lot of people have been making comments about the diet I'm on, like talking about my protein intake or the amount of calories that I'm eating. I'm getting enough protein. Actually kind of sat down and figured it out. I'm eating about 2,000 to 3,500 calories a day. 30 to 55 grams of protein a day is what I've been eating when I'm eating 2,000 calories a day. So on the days where I'm eating more calories, when I'm eating more food, I'm getting more protein. What you're supposed to get if you're a female is 46 grams of protein a day, and if you're a male, you should be getting 50 grams of protein a day. So I'm actually eating more than I should be. So even on those days when I'm eating 30 grams of protein a day, it's getting more balanced out. I don't have a blender right now. Once I get a blender, I'm going to be eating more food. I'm probably going to be eating every day 4,000 calories a day because I can blend up my fruits and veggies and drink them down. I figure I'll be eating twice as much food. So even on those days where I'm not eating nuts or peanut butter, I'm going to still be getting about 60 grams of protein a day, which is fine. It's breakfast time. All your fruits and vegetables have protein in them. You just have to be eating enough fruits and vegetables. So the other thing that I want to talk about, now that we get that squared away, is basically about the calorie intake. And when I tell people that I'm eating 2,000 to 3,500 calories a day and I'm still losing weight, a lot of people are kind of wowed by that. And even my dad today, I went in the kitchen and I grabbed a bunch of my bananas, like maybe 6 or 7 of them. I just grabbed a big bundle and that's my breakfast for today. And my dad said, "You eat all those bananas in one sitting?" And I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Well," he's like, that can't possibly be good for you." And I said, "Well, why wouldn't it be good for me?" And he said to me, "Well, I just don't think it is." And I said, "Well, you're unhealthy right now." And you know, my dad just had a heart attack in December. This is his second or third heart attack. He had one when I was 16 years old, and then several months later he had another minor one, and then this last one was a massive heart attack. And so when I said that to my dad, you know, it's not to be mean, but it's just to kind of make a point. Well, I'm listening to the people who are healthy. I'm listening to the people who were really unhealthy at one time and got healthy, and I'm doing what they did. But I'm not listening to people that are unhealthy telling me what's healthy and not healthy to eat. I want to listen to the people that are healthy, because that's going to make more sense. And I said to him, you know, I actually just sat down and I figured out, you know, all the calories that I'm eating, and I was calculating how much fat I'm eating, how much protein I've been eating, and I'm paying attention to that. And I said, I'm getting the perfect amount of everything. I'm perfectly good. I am not lacking in anything. I'm not eating in excess of fats. I'm getting everything that I need. My diet's actually perfectly well balanced right now. And I told him, you know, about my protein that I figured out. And I told him how once I get a blender, I said I'm gonna be probably doubling the amount of food that I'm eating. And he goes, "Well," he's like, you can't be eating all those calories." And I said, "Well, why not?" And he goes, "Well, you're not, you know, those people that you're listening to, they're athletes, and they need all that calories." And I said, "Well, yeah, that's true. The more you work out, the more calories you need, the more energy you need." I'm overweight right now. And so I need more energy to keep my body going. I showed my dad this video by a guy who he's a raw vegan fruitarian, and he is extremely athletic, and so he eats a lot of calories a day, and he explains in his video, if you're 30 pounds overweight, that's, you know, equivalent to a fit person carrying around a 30-pound backpack all day. And if a fit person was carrying around a 30-pound backpack all day, they would need more energy to keep going. So whether you're, you know, thin and really active, or you're overweight and inactive, you still need to eat a lot of calories. Because this is what happens when you don't eat a lot of calories, when you don't eat a lot of carbohydrates. And that's the key thing too. It's not just about eating high calorie. You need to be eating high carbohydrates. You need to be getting those calories from your carbohydrates, because those are the fuel for your body. Okay, so this is what happens when you are overweight and you're not eating either enough calories or you're not eating enough carbs. What happens is that your body doesn't have energy to do anything, and that's how I felt before I went raw vegan. You know, I don't really know. I don't know what kind of calories or whatever I was eating, but I know that I didn't feel energized. I know that I would stay in bed all day long. Like, I would sleep for 12 hours. I would stay in bed all day long. And I felt like I just didn't have energy. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, you're oversleeping. Blah, blah, blah. No, it's not that you're oversleeping. It has nothing to do with that. It's your diet. Now that I'm eating high carb, low fat, raw vegan, okay, I have so much energy. I want to, like, bounce around. I'm bouncing around the house, and, you know, my parents are like, oh, you're walking all over the house, and boom, 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 and making all this noise. I have so much energy. You know, yesterday I went down to the park, and, like, I get kind of stir crazy sometimes, and I'm always moving my legs, and I want to go running really bad. I went hiking instead. I went down to the lake, and I went hiking, and I walked on the beach, and I was down there for maybe like 2 hours just by myself, you know, just hanging out in nature and walking around and getting some exercise. And today I'm starting my workout class finally. I'm taking for the next 5 weeks a workout class with my friend, and that starts tonight, and I'm really happy. I'm really looking forward to it, you know. Being energetic and the idea of exercise now, it doesn't seem like such a chore for me. I want to do it. I'm excited to do it because I have energy to do it now. And so I just naturally want to, you know, use up that energy. And what Durian Rider says in his video too, he uses a really good analogy, which I love this analogy. He said, when you go to Weight Watchers or wherever you go, you know, these plans that they tell people to go on to lose weight, they tell you to decrease your calorie intake and then increase your activity level. But what happens when you do that? You're taking away your energy to do those activities. And he said it's the same thing as if you were to try to tell your car, you know, to drive across country on less fuel. It's not going to make it. It's going to put out somewhere along the way. It's not going to be able to make it. It doesn't work that way. But he says too, you know, he says that stuff, that method, it looks good on paper, but it doesn't work in real life. And I can testify to that, okay? Like I said, I've been on different diets, I've tried different things, and I tried to do the whole diet, exercise plan, and I got frustrated. I was eating really healthy, you know, I was eating really healthy. I decreased my calorie intakes. I was working out for 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day, I was pushing myself, and I still felt like crap. And after 4 months, I lost 10 pounds. Okay? It wasn't effective. It didn't work. I wasn't cheating on my diet. I would eat like toast and cheese and then fruit. And I was all wrong. I was doing it all wrong there too. You know, it doesn't work that way. If it worked that way, then everybody would be losing weight. Listen to the people who are getting the results that you want, okay? The fruitarians that I'm listening to, they're healthy, they are active, they get their they get their levels of things checked by the doctors to make sure that they're not nutrient deficient. And you have to pay attention, okay? It does require you to do a little bit of thinking at first, just like anything else. I'm learning. I'm probably gonna hit speed bumps, along the way. I had a friend who, she told me when she first went raw, she was eating a lot of fruit and all her hair fell out. Well, it's because she wasn't eating enough protein, which means she wasn't eating enough nuts and seeds, or she wasn't eating enough food in general. She was probably eating a small amount. I don't know the details of it, but that would be why her hair is falling out. She wasn't getting enough protein. And if something like that does start to happen, like I said, I'm feeling more in tune with my body. I'm starting to be able to tell, like, oh, like, I probably need to eat some fats, right now. I'm feeling like I need to get protein in me. I'm feeling like I need to get carbs in me right now. I'm getting a lot more in tune with my body, and I'm listening to my body, and I'm paying attention. The thing that I find the most funny out of all of this is that when I was eating stuff like this, nobody said a word. They don't need to tell me that it's unhealthy, because it's obviously, not the healthiest thing to eat, but nobody was talking to me about my calorie intake. Nobody was talking to me about, oh, are you getting enough protein? Nobody was talking like that. The only time that people start talking to me about nutrition is when they see me eating stuff like this. I don't get it. I appreciate it. I appreciate people taking concern into the things that I'm eating and are concerned that I'm getting enough nutrients. That means that I'm cared about and I'm loved, and that's perfectly fine. I don't get mad at people telling me that. I just look at it as an opportunity to school them a little bit. And so we'll see. Time will tell. Like I said, I've been on this now for 7, 8, 9, 10. This is my 11th day raw. And I'm still losing weight. I'm still feeling great. Before you want to start talking to somebody about their diet and nutrition, look at your own. Are you drinking enough water? Because I'm drinking 4 liters of water a day. Are you getting all your potassium that you need? All your antioxidants? Are you getting enough carbohydrates? Are you eating enough calories? Do you feel like crap, or do you feel amazing and great like I do? Your body's gonna tell you. Your body's gonna tell you if you're doing something wrong or if you're doing something right. And I feel great. I feel amazing. I feel energized. I'm starting to get a lot more active and just wanting to be more active, and so that's great. And that's all I have to say today. Thanks for listening to me. I love you all. Have a great day. Bye.